minutes up front.
Tired of him. And you're much better to
I
look
know,
at.
we got enough of him?
You're much better to look at than them trousers. Dude,
Well, thanks. Well, thanks. Now my esteem's gone up just a little, because most days I feel real beat up. So now at least I'm feeling semi-okay. I might not whack myself in the head now, today. Because he said I'm better to look at than him. So at least I'm not a complete failure. But, one of the reasons I really struggle with my image a lot, and why I'm always just yelling at myself and beating myself up, actually, and all these millennials, right, they think they have it hard because their bosses actually make them do work. And they think they've got it tough because they don't get like a gym at their work and they don't get massages at work. They think it's really rough, right? But nobody really had to deal with like my grandma, and she's really, really awful. Like, she will criticize me to no end, and nothing is enough, and she'll be like, well, you know what? You have a nice figure, but do you know that you could get heavy one of these days? You're gonna get heavy. I'm like, oh God, right? Thank God, now I'm gonna get heavy. And then she's like, and you know, you're smart, and you graduated Phi Beta Kappa and cum laude, and all you're doing is teaching tennis. Meanwhile, she never did anything with her life at all. Meanwhile, she was my grandfather's secretary, and she's saying this, like, what are you doing with your life? And not only does she criticize me like that, but she did it in front of like 100 people. And she's like, and this is my granddaughter, and she graduated with honors, and all she's doing is teaching tennis. Because she won the Nobel Peace Prize, right? She made some discovery and discovered how to I don't know. She's discovered how to alienate every single person in her life, is what so she's made a really big discovery. And my uncle is actually a world-class pianist, or he would say a concert pianist. And you know that, and he actually took like 4th place, I think, in like some prestigious like competition, and I can't even play a note. And you know that she actually says that he's not successful. She's like, well, you know what? Alan is not successful because if every time he comes to visit me, I have to pay for him. That's not success. That's not success. I don't have to pay for him. Why do I have to pay for him? She's just like, out of her mind. And luckily, like I said, I have a nice figure, but my mother, sadly did not get that gene, and she's always telling my mother, and she's like, do you know that you're never gonna be thin because you love food too much? And my mother actually only bought a frozen yogurt. She was not like she ordered like a pizza and Doritos or anything. She got a frozen yogurt. Oh, you love food too much. And you're never gonna be thin because the world's gonna end, right? If God forbid people can't fit into a size 2, their life is over. They might as well just, quit.
Yeah.
They'll quit. Or maybe who knows, they'll start a fat person band and go on tour and they'll be more successful than she is. But of course they're not a 2, so they're worthless to her, and now she's actually fat. So karma is really a bitch. Now she can't fit into any of her clothes. So she's living in assisted living, and she can't even go to the social activities anymore because she has no clothes. She has to call in fat to the bingo games or go to the bingo games in her nightdress now, which is too bad for her. But karma is a bitch. And she moved in. I had moved in with She was living with my uncle for a bit, and she actually told the neighbors that she paid for their whole house. And she's like, do you know I paid for this house, and they'd be living in a cardboard box if it wasn't for me. But I don't think my aunt and uncle's bank account feels that way, that she paid for the whole house. And so, but one thing she has said to me, like, is that, you know, you should find a husband, and when are you gonna find a husband? And you haven't found a husband. And she'll be like, oh, well, by the way, you look good. That dress is nice, but find a husband. When are you gonna find a husband? And so, like, I started thinking that maybe she was right. And I actually have a problem that I imagine rejection before it actually happens. I imagine people rejecting me, and I actually had to go to a support group before the rejection actually happened. And I had already become a cat lady before that happened. I've fast forwarded 50 years already, and but it's all good. You know, something's gonna work out, and if not, I always have this. Okay, guys, that's my time.